Hey busy crafters, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and today we have a beautiful collaboration going on. This is our cross collaboration and the host of this beautiful collaboration is Sunflower Tasha DIYs as well as the Grace Life DIYs home decor. Their links to their channels will be in my description box below as well as the playlist, so go ahead and head on over and check out what everybody else is doing with this beautiful collaboration. When I heard about it, I had to do it. Because, you know, I really do love my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He has saved me more times than just the one time on the cross. He saved me throughout my entire life. And I know I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for him. So this right here was the most excited that I have been. And I really wanted to jump into it. So we're starting off with going and getting a form, or a wreath form, a cross wreath form from the Dollar Tree. And I got that bless sign from Hobby Lobby. Of course, you guessed it, last year. And I also got last year that yarn. And I actually used that yarn for a different project before I got my channel. And it was for a joy sign for Christmas. And so I had extra of it and I was all like, hey, why not? Let's do it to this cross. I made a recent cross for Easter that was covered in burlap. It's kind of like this same concept and everything, but it was made in burlap, and that cross says forgiven. This one is saying blessed, because we are blessed and we are forgiven, you know. And so yeah, now I'm just going to go ahead and take small pieces of the yarn to put it on top, because I want a finished product, and that's what we're going to do. And this yarn is so soft, it's so fluffy. I really enjoy it. The joy sign that I had made with this yarn is also absolutely amazing. So I'm just going ahead and putting on the last one. Then I go ahead and get that blessed sign that came from Hobby Lobby, and I go ahead and paint it in my Waverly white chalk paint. And I also get the insides. I had to get a smaller paintbrush to get the insides of it because I wanted it to be completely white. Like this, you know, Jesus is pure. And I wanted everything to be absolutely that white color. So I go ahead and hot glue it down at an angle on the cross. And then I got some of these wooden flowers that my aunt gave me. She gave me so much craft supplies. I literally have 2 big tubs of these wooden flowers. And so I found a burgundy one because this yarn is kind of like a light pink. So I got burgundy and gray. And I just go ahead and glue them on. And this is coming to the end of this one. This one turned out so beautiful. Now I have one to match for my forgiven cross. And oh, we're not almost done. I'm rushing, I know. But I go ahead and put a little hanger on the back. And I use the yarn to do it as well. I had a little extra piece and I don't like to throw things away. So there is the end product of this beautiful cross. And tell me what you think. What do you like about it? What you don't? What would you do different? Yeah. So go ahead and leave your comment in the comments below. I do get back to them. I want to take a moment to thank all of my subscribers. You guys have been so wonderful in your kind words, and I appreciate you guys so much. Now here's cross number 2. I actually seen this one on Pinterest, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that, you know. So I went to the Dollar Tree, of course. A lot of my stuff comes from the Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby or Michael or Joannes or my aunt. Okay, I'm sorry. Here we go. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I got that tray, and I, of course, take all of the stuff off. The cross also came from the Dollar Tree. I got 3 of those crosses, so now I have 2 left. And so I start off by, we're basically gluing our paint to the plastic. Yeah. So we're going to Mod Podge it, and I'm just going to let it go ahead and dry. And then I take that cross that I got from the Dollar Tree. I take off the little hanger. This step I didn't have to do. I just like a finished product. And then when I realized what I was actually doing, I put a little bit of clear tape on the back, and then I just filled the hole with the putty. And then when it was dry, I sanded it off, and I did both sides. This cross is going to actually be covered in small pine cones. So I really didn't need to do that, but I did it. What can I say? Sometimes I'm a perfectionist. So then I go ahead and I paint that cross with my Apple Barrel Nutmeg Brown. I only did one coat because this cross is going to be covered. So now that that's done, the heat gun and plastic, they're not friends. They don't like each other. I ended up having to put the flowers on the opposite side because I kind of melted it a little bit, but you can't tell afterwards, you know. And so I go ahead and I now paint it, and it got 2 coats, and I loved that crackling effect. So it made it look rustic, and I was like, you know, that's going to be amazing with the pine cones. So I go ahead and glue the cross down to my plastic tray. That's no longer a tray, it's a picture now. You know, it is a beautiful picture for this beautiful collaboration. And so I just go ahead and I just start, you know, in the middle. And I wish my pine cones were a little bit smaller, but you know, you have to work with what you got. And they were in my stash, so all right, awesome. I got those from Hobby Lobby, you guessed it, last year. And I just go ahead and I cover the entire cross in pine cones. I did find a little bit, or smaller ones that I was just filling in the holes a little bit. And then, once again, I go to my stash of the flowers that my aunt gave me. They're the wooden flowers. Like, I have a bucket full of them. Like, one of those big tubs that you put your Christmas stuff in. That's what she gave me. 2 of them. I haven't had wood flowers coming out of my ears until the end of time. Which is fine by me. Like, that's great. Like, thank you, Aunt Anya. Like, I'm set. So there we go. I go ahead and put it all together. And then I got those. I used the picks, the flowers on them from last year. These are actually Christmas picks, I think, that I got. And so I just kept the leaves, which came into handy. So I have a bunch of bushels without flowers, but a lot of leaves. So I got to start doing things with leaves. And then I just go ahead and glue it down a little bit. And then for this cross, I chose a purple flower with 2 of those green flowers. That color green, I love it. It's amazing. Like, it's beautiful. And so I go ahead and glue that down. That's the part where the heat gun kind of melted it. So I hit it with the flowers. Now you can't really tell. And then I figured it needed something a little bit more. The Pinterest one did not put pine cones mixed in with the flowers, but I was like, I need something more. I need to make it my own, because this is all for inspiration, you know, and make it your own. Make it to where it makes your own decor, where, you know, the colors might be different. You might do a round, you know, one with the cross instead of the elongated one like I did. Like, this is just all for inspiration, and I love doing the ideas and giving you guys inspiration. A lot of the crafters that I'm doing collaborations with, oh my goodness, they are every single one of them is so talented and so amazing, and they're all unique. And so I highly suggest going over there and checking them out, because you will not be disappointed with these ladies. They are all absolutely amazing. And so I needed a little bit something else, and so I just went ahead and wrapped it around. I don't know how many times. I think 5. I don't know. But I wrapped it around with my jute twine that I got from Walmart. And then it needed something else. I think the Pinterest one, I'm not sure. I think the Pinterest one also put a flower up there. But I didn't do that. I just went ahead and just made a little shoestring bow out of the jute twine. And then put it on there. And then, of course, you have to flip it over because it needs to be hung. You know, so we're going to put a little hanger made from jute twine on the back, and then I just go ahead and cover it with white ribbon, and that way when it pulls, it's not going to be too bad. So yeah, this one turned out really cool. I absolutely I do have a favorite one, but I love them all, and now I have to find places on my walls because I have like cross collections and they're all over the place. This wall actually has a lot of my crosses on it. But there's the end product. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. I do get back to the comments, and I do interact with you guys. You know, that's something that I want to do. I am a housewife, so I interact. This cross right here, I adore it. It's not the one that I'm talking about, my favorite one, but my son, my 20-year-old son, he comes over a lot, and I enjoy it. He actually sits there and talks to me while I craft, and he tells me about his dates, well, his date, and yeah. So this one right here, he even says, I love that one. So I'm thinking about giving it to him. Don't tell him, because I also really like this cross. I went ahead, I got that cross from Hobby Lobby. It was originally $11.99, but I found it in the section, the clearance section, for $2.99. I gave the front and the sides 2 coats and the back 1 coat, because you're not really going to see the back unless you're the kind of person that takes things off people's wall to look at the back of them. I actually have people in my life that actually do that. You know who you are. You know who you are. So I go ahead and I lay down those 2, I lay down the one. Those are, rulers. Dirt. That I also got from the Dollar Tree. And so I just laid them down. I had to cut them up. They don't cut very well. There's a lot of sanding involved when you cut that one. So just keep that in mind. But, what do you expect for a 2-pack for $1.25? So then I cut off on my Cricut in black, blessed beyond measure. Because that is such a true statement. Like, I know that I am blessed far more than I deserve. And, even thinking about him right now brings tears to my eyes, because Jesus is absolutely amazing. And this life would not be what it is without him. So my son likes this cross, but so do I, and I probably won't end up giving it to him if he wants it, but I can always go back and make another one, and this was a fun cross to make. I went and got those gems at Michael's, and they don't make them anymore, but there's the end product of it, and it's kind of simple, but at the same time, it's a bold statement as well, and I hope you guys like it, and yeah, it's a beautiful cross. So this one is my favorite. That cross actually came from my grandmother's estate when she passed away 7 years ago. And I just held on to it because I didn't know what to do with it, And then I'm pretty sure she would like what I did with it. And so this one's for you, Grandma Claire. I went to Dollar Tree and I got those styrofoam dice. And originally that purple, that sparkly purple that I was actually going to use first, I don't know what happened. It did not cut my Cricut. I don't know. I'm finding out there is some vinyls that I really don't like, and this purple one is one of them. So I had to go back and print out Jesus in my permanent black vinyl, which it all worked out perfectly. So then I sanded down that cross and I painted it with my Waverly white chalk paint. I'm not sure, but the cross before was in Hello Hobby Moonstruck chalk paint, as well as these little cubes. The little dice is also painted in Hello Hobby Moonstruck chalk paint. So then I just go ahead and glue it all together. I lost the footage. Actually, I don't think I was recording. I've been busy. So I wasn't recording when I printed that out or cut it out and then put it on there, unfortunately. So then I was just placing the cross. I got those from my aunt. Like I said, she gave me a lot of crafting supplies. Like, I have tubs all over the place. I need my own crafting house, people. But yeah, so I got those from her, and I just loved the gray with the black tips. Like, it just brought everything together. And then, of course, the cross is done in pure white, and everything else is black and gray. And because the world we live in, is black and gray. But Jesus is the pure thing in this world. And so there you go. This one is my absolute favorite. I absolutely love it. And I'm keeping it. Well, unless somebody wants it. Anyways, tell me what you think. Go ahead and follow me on all my social medias. That went by really, really quick. And yeah. So this one was actually a spur of the moment type of thing. I have worked through these projects. I have worked through with a badly injured hand. It's not swollen and it's not bruised, but I can't even pick up a glue stick with it. And so some entity did not want this to be done, and I worked through it. Yesterday I woke up with a very bad migraine, and I vowed that I will do this collaboration. I will do these crosses, and I did them. And so this one right here is a spur of the moment type of thing. I got those little blocks from Amazon, and of course they're, what do you call them? Scrabble. That was my favorite game growing up. I loved Scrabble. And all I did is I took out the ones that would spell out Amazing Grace. And of course, Amazing Grace is going to be in the cross form. And yeah, I just went ahead and hot glued every single tile to him. And then, of course, it needed something else. We always, us crafters, we have to go extra. You go extra. And so there it is right there. I go ahead, and I was a little worried, so I did, brush on all over the cross and on the sides with my Gorilla Wood glue. And then it needed something else, so all I did was I got a very thin ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby, I believe, last year when we did our renewal of the vows. And so everything was burgundy ivory and this navy blue. And so that's what I'm using, is the leftovers from the renewal. And I just went along the edges of the cross. And yeah. So then it's like, okay, it could be a hanger. This could also be a Christmas decoration for your Christmas tree as well. A Christmas ornament. Should have did it with the ornaments too. But no, I think it was appropriate for this collaboration. And there we go. Here comes the final one. It's got the little hanger, and even though it's so simple, it is also so beautiful, and it has a amazing, statement on it. So here's the final review of everything, and there is everything all together. I really love that Jesus cross with the blocks and everything like that. That's my absolute favorite. Let me know what you think, and comment, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and head on over to the hosts, Sunflower Tasha DIYs and the Grace Life DIY Home Decor, and check out the playlist and go give those ladies some love, because they're all absolutely talented and amazing. And I thank you guys so much, and may you have a blessed, wonderful day. I will see you on the next one. Bye.